Microphone test. Here we go. Shoulda did this earlier before the show. Let me just move my mic. Alright, one last try to see if this works. Come on. Alright, I guess not. Old fashioned. Just gonna do this the old fashioned way. Alright, don't know if I'm also streaming to TikTok this time. It's been a while. So I can't see the TikTok. If I am streaming to TikTok, I can't see the chat from there this time. Hello everybody. Jumped 1999. DJ Z-Bot. You damn karate. Pink Bacon VR. Mellow Gaming. Ray Sosa. All right. Pink Bacon is waiting for ads to see the stream, and then they'll be glad because the stream will start and we won't be sitting here waiting for stuff and disappear. I don't know. I got nothing. It's been way too long since I did a stream. There we go. All right, as per usual, there's always at least one thing that's just like, hey, it's 5 minutes before the stream. Were you prepared for this? And no is always the answer. All right, so here we go again. I'll ask the chat right away. Is the music too loud? Is it too quiet? Am I peeking in the microphone? I think the quick test I did beforehand, everything was fine. How do I say that? Josie Latte? Jose Latte? Good afternoon, DJ Z-Bot. I hope the music keeps scrolling through. All right. I can't hear the music sometimes when you guys have music. It's too loud. Wait, I can't hear the music. Okay, so it's not too loud at least. I will turn it up slightly. Ghost head. All right, so anyway, most-ish Fridays, I try my best to take over the Streamlabs channel and push off my work until Monday. So on Twitter at Streamlabs and on Blue Sky, we're also trying today. There's a post that's me pointing at Kevin. This is Kevin over here, of course, and it says, suggest your request, your idea, your wish for a custom emote, and I'll sift through those requests and somewhat randomly pick something, and I'll do somewhere between 2 and 4 emotes in the afternoon, and then we'll send them out to you for you to have and to hold and to enjoy for the rest of your days. All right, the microphone is in the way of my tablet. Is it still close enough? I can't see the bar. Scroll back up. Microphone. There we go. Voxney is here on the Blue Sky. Sickness says hello with a burger. Why? I don't know, but it's always good to say hello with meat like you should. Free sandwiches. Anyway, I'm going to do what I said and actually go through the list here and pick something, even though I'm pretty sure I already did. And there I am live, so it is working. Yasumi 97 with some hardworking rabbits. I think those are rabbits. Follower 24 in the Blue Sky. All right, so I gotta, for the love of, copy and paste this over to my to-do list. So so we don't lose everything in the ether of the internet. What did I just do? Okay, no. And paste. All right, that's that. Put this back here. Pappy Gun, hello. Are you in the sun? Probably no. Winter is upon us now. Halloween's over. Okay, so this is doing what I thought. It's been a while. All right, so I don't know what to do here. For some reason, my music is not scrolling through the music. It just keeps getting stuck on one song. And that will drive me insane. Let's put this one on for a minute and see what happens. Meow, meow, meow. There we go. Oh yeah, I meant to put some collectibles on the scene. Why I haven't been so streamy the last while is mostly I've been working on collectibles. So if you're a Streamlabs Ultra subscriber, you go into your the overlay section or just do a search at the top for the word collectibles, and then there's just a bunch of collectibles that you can add to your stream. Don't look at me like that, Kevin. That are kind of like Kevin. Kevin's one of them. A lot of animals, borders, mostly Halloween stuff. I just started doing some Christmas stuff yesterday, which is weird, making Christmas trees on Halloween, but usually happens. Usually happens. All right, so first off, usually start drawing in blue, roughing it out. That brush is too small. That brush is just right. Oscar A. Renata, MTG Gaming, .1. Jose, how can I make my icons grow in size because they are too small for my channel? Your icons? I don't know. I should point out, yeah. Although I do work at Streamlabs, I work on the art team. I don't know how to make a lot of the things work. I just make the artwork for the people that need to make things. But if you do have specific Streamlabs, desktop, Streamlabs, whatever, concerns, questions, exclamation point support in the Twitch chat, we'll take you over to support, or just go over to the Discord, or just support on Streamlabs.com. Oh yeah, so the first one, it's I want to say it was Christical. Is that a word? Chris, a shark dressed as an artist. So I'm going to draw a picture of me as a shark because of narcissism. Because of narcissism, and that's normal and fine. All right, no, that is not what they asked for. You will draw some sort of standard artist, a beret, perhaps, holding a paintbrush. And you will get to work, and no more of this, narcissism is for your own time, Sarah. And that's Kevin, and sometimes he yells at me to get back to work. Pixelize. How do I change the delay on my streams with Streamlabs, guys? Like I said, mostly go to support or YouTube, and there's a ton of videos and stuff there. But for changing the delay, I assume you mean your audio delay, click on the little gear in your audio, and you can offset your stuff there, or in your settings under somewhere on the stream settings, you're gonna have to go to the internet and find some visuals. Like I say, I mostly draw pictures and talk to things that aren't really there, and that's how I spend my days. It's not really there. Again, I'm right here, floating in space, glowing with my little antenna of audio sound, judging your every move and thought, Sarah, calling you Sarah instead of your name. I'm Kevin. I'm adorable, I'm fun, It's the Kevin level of fame. That's what people are here for me, and not you. You're just, you're just here to be the hands, because, I have none, Sarah. And I'm still talking. Find the button. There we go. Oh yeah, now you can multi-stream all over the place. We got the multi-stream. It's a stream dream. Yesterday was Halloween. Scream, scream. Gotta draw a shark. All right. Shark, shark, shark. Sweet damn it. This beat is just playing over and over again, isn't it? I can't go no music. I can't go no music. But it is kind of nice sometimes. I am a terrible person for listening to the same songs over and over again. Yeah, there it goes. Just repeating again. Play the song that goes wa-da-da-bum-ba-rum, ra-da-da-bum-da-ba-da-ra-da-rum-dum, ra-da-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-dum-dum-brum-ra-ba-dum-dum. I like that song when it goes ba-ra-da-dum. I like a big ba-ba-da-da-da mm-mm. And I think it's cool when it goes some, but my favorite part is the bra-da-dum, bra-da-dum, rum-dum, bra-da-dum. Oh, for the love of fun. And what does that have to do with drawing pictures? I mean, come on now. Fade Lords is asking if you're the real Streamlabs. Are you the real Streamlabs, Sarah? I am the real Streamlabs, the Alpha and the Omega. Look at me floating and flying with the magic of space and time, even. Yeah, no, that doesn't. None of those things answer the question. You either crazy and weird, you got the crazy and weird. And once again, I said, stop letting that cat in here, please, and thank you, guys. Cat's over there. I don't have a camera for him. Just has his own. Oh yeah, I got to make some more. There's some more Kevin stuff to put on the list, collectible wise. But yes, this is the real Streamlabs. I work at Streamlabs. I'm not Streamlabs. Kevin technically is. Don't look away when I'm talking about you, Kevin. Kevin is technically Streamlabs. I'm just a guy that draws pictures. No, I don't think you can connect multiple YouTube channels. I think just, a YouTube, a Twitch, and all the other things. But I don't believe you can do multiple YouTubes or multiple of one channel. I think you have to be logged into just one. Bam, Machiavelli got a free shirt. Did it look like this? I just got a free shirt and some more Kevins in the mail, actually. It's on the other side of the door, though. Not too long ago, because... Oh, God, guys! I haven't been here in so long. I have so many dumb things to talk about while I draw pictures. Astro Juggernaut. Make me a moderator, probably not. I don't know you just showed up. So why would I give you the power like that? But Fade Lords, I should say, again, now the people are rolling in, I'm just doing some emotes, but if your emote is to draw a profile picture of yourself, provided you give some sort of image, on either the Twitter post or the Blue Sky post, that's me and Kevin, that's picture, and it says, hey, suggest your emote ideas. Go into that chat, put your idea for an emote you want, and you can still use it for a a profile picture. I don't care what you guys use it for. But yeah, those are the two places where you can request your thing. And as I take way too long to do this first drawing, I try to do a handful, half a handful in the afternoon. And I try my best to be here every Friday. Although Eric won't be, or I don't think Eric's going to be here next week to do my social mediating for me. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. There might be some workarounds. Oscar, sorry. But yeah, like I said, if you go to the support channel and ask around there, they might have some other ideas, or it might spark a way to do some more wider streaming. And as always, I should mention Voxney is technically my unofficial mediator and moderator on the stream. Very helpful always. And if you choose to follow her, do so and donate to blind gamers and able gamers and stuff like that. She's always raising money and was just running a whole big thing where people would try to do stuff blindfolded and raise money. Zizzy Games needs a like counter. I gotta count these likes, there's too many. Need to know when I need to see how many people click the like for me. We don't have a like counter. I feel like, again, I don't know enough. I don't know much about anything. But I'm kind of surprised there isn't like some sort of plugin that counts stuff like that already, or something that can be moderated. Oh yeah, I was talking about me. Oh, I wonder if there's, like, if you can do it through OBS, and then if you get the Ultra plugins over there, and again, I don't know, you'd have to go to support, because if you can log into those things, then perhaps you could, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I wish I knew. But the guy or the girl, the person, the people who put that stuff together, they can't draw a shark artist, and I can't program a multifunctional broadcasting thing. Thin out here a little. No, let's go in. Oops. But yeah, anyway, not too long ago, a little while ago now, there was the Twitchcon in San Diego, and they were like, hey, can you do up like the Twitchcon logo thing this year? Like, all right, fine. So I did one, not really thinking of how far and wide this thing kind of goes, because, you know, usually somebody else, like other companies kind of do this, and it was like, well, you're there. Why don't you do it? Like, okay. So I did. And then TwitchCon came. And I'm seeing, like, you know, all the posts and videos of TwitchCon and Eric wandering around giving away free stuff and whatnot. And just realizing like, oh yeah, I didn't really think about the fact that this thing that I made is going to be blown up to like a giant wall mural size, and then it's just on just pillars and posters all over the place, and then they're giving away like shirts with it and all kinds of things, and that was the last free shirt that I got from Streamlabs. Was Corbin was like, hey, did you get one of these shirts? Like, no, of course not. They're at Twitchcon, and I'm not leaving my apartment. And yeah, there's just like all these shirts, and then people, posting pictures like, I got a shirt to do. I'm just like, I've done stuff for TV and music videos, things, people's merch and everything. Like I see myself. I see my stuff randomly sometimes, and there's a post of like, hey, there's this streaming thing. I'm just streaming, having a streamy time, and I'm just like a famous streamer person. Then they'll have like one of their alerts goes off, and I'm like, hey, I did that. So I just see stuff. But when I see a big event like a TwitchCon, and there's like a handful of things that you did, and they're just everywhere. It's still just like, I've been doing this for like well over 20 years, and it's still like, wow, huh. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I don't know. Still always just shocked and amazed when you see something that you've done just out in the world, out in the wild. It's just not just on your own Instagram or YouTube channel. Here we go again with this beat, friend. I got the salad and the water, and then we fend off the hunger that we had earlier today. Gonna eat the salad in a normal salad way. We got forks, we don't need a spoon, unless we're drinking our water like a buffoon. Oh, snaps, I gotta work. Can't just make up songs like a dumb jerk, but the beat keeps going. And it makes me want to get flowing with some things that rhyme and are fun, not like some farts from your bum. There's got to be a way. Can I? Bum, bum, bum. Can I pop it out like I could before? Am I stuck in this window? I need a door. Pop out the app and everything is cool? Alright, at least I can hit the skip button, right? Oh, the skip button just makes it repeat. Meow, 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 meow. What I don't understand is how come, why for, it managed to go to the next song, like, I don't know. I'll write an annoying post about it in the Slack channel later. Anyway, rough sketching. Alright, a little artist beret, obviously. Part of me wants to put like a smock on them, the old, pharmacist, scientist robe, or coat. A lot of my art friends have and wear when they do their art. One that I think I might have in my closet somewhere, actually, that I should use when I do paintings, because when I do paintings, I make a mess. Which makes it very hard for me to do paintings because I need everything to be kind of neat and tidy all the time. Hey, Kevin, you didn't tell me that the light went off and now it's all dark and you can barely be seen. You can barely be seen. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to go plug the light in while I'm talking, it's going to be difficult because it'll sound like I'm walking away from the microphone, and that's okay. I'm just floating away, and everything's cool. While you do the lights. Which plug goes to which light? Oh, no. Oh, no. Where's the extension cord? Reach around and plug it in. There we go. Everything's fine again. And it went back to that beat from before. Did you notice that? Is that cool? Is that fun? Super cool and fun. How does it... Why does it keep going back to that? There has to be a way. Yeah. I feel insane. I feel insane. But you guys all know what streaming life is like. There's always something to drive you insane. Always driving. Do you like a bike? Gonna guide this layer. And then go with a 3-line. Forever conscience, research, coming in with the info, won't leave you in a lurch. Balmy furball, hi, always scuff somewhere. I don't know what. Anyway. Why do I keep doing that? Little cheek line. Why do I need that there? Alright, let's smooth this line. Just bend it a little. I am Chibacho. I don't know how to read that. So, anyway, as far as Streamlabs work things, yeah, seeing all the stuff I did at Twitchcon, broke my brain. It was, crazy just to see all that. And then the other thing is, hey, we're doing collectibles, which, is a way of saying, hey, Curtis, you're doing collectibles. So, yeah, there's this whole, pile of collectibles, and I was going to, don't look at me like that, Kevin. I was going to add a collectible real quick. Media file, add source. Go to my folder. Of course. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, let's go with this guy. Loop it. And bing. And there, we'll add a little sleepy cat. We'll add a little sleepy cat. There we go. Boop. Let's put him right there. Meow. Occasionally that little sleepy cat peeks. And that's the thing that I did at my job one day because somebody said sleepy cat on the list. Mr. Minoru, Mr. Minoru. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of those things. There's a whole list of other things that I still need to do. And then there'll be some other people doing more things. And there are some there that aren't. It isn't all just me. Corbin did a bunch, and Albert, I'm pretty sure Omar. What if I could use words? I'm pretty sure Omar also did some as well. If I'm not confusing him with Albert. What's going on? Is my pen set to the squiggliest lines possible? Corbin's coming in with that multi-pass. He's got the skills. He'll whip your what? He's got the bills. All paid, yes. 'Cause he can do... I couldn't mash graphic design into a rhyme there. He's got the marketing skills that you need. He's got all your art with speed, making stuff while you sleep. He doesn't stop. You can weep. Have a good day, everyone. Forever. Conscience research has probably gotta go. Graphics card acquired. Derpy Tato. Derpy Tato. That's what I call you on my head. Derpy Tater. Seriously, this is back to the other... just go to another beat. Another song. Here, this is a long one. Bow, bow, bow. Brattle down. At your desk, drawing pictures of mountaintops. Yeah, with a shark with a paintbrush on the top, doing a big smile. My name's not Jeremy, not even close. I'm taking way too long today. Oh, man. It's been a while. It has been a while. All right, so then we covered Twitchcon, and we talked about collectibles. It's an ever-growing library. But the story that, if anybody has ever been here before, is here for is, of course, the nonsense that happens in my apartment building any given week, because these are the people that you meet before you're even walking down the street. The people in your neighborhood, in my neighborhood. That's not how that song goes, but it's also been 40 years since I watched Sesame Street. The people that you meet when you're walking down the street. These are the people in your neighborhood. There it is. In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. So one thing that literally like seeped into my subconscious, I should say. Excuse me. The cat is really throwing me off. I'm gonna move him over. No, that's too much over Kevin. I'm gonna pop him up here. There we go. It's just too dark, too blending into my hair too much, and making me crazy. Okay. So, I mentioned a long time ago. Hyacinth super vlogs. Hyacinth. Hyacinth. That's how I'm going to pronounce that for now. So a while ago I mentioned that the super of my building was like, hey, I'm getting like parking lot lines painted in the parking lot, you know, to divide up all the cars. Like, all right, that sounds pretty fine and cool to me. And I'm going to force everybody to back their cars into the parking spaces. Like, all right, good luck with that. I'm going to park however I feel like it all the time in my own parking space. You have no power over me. You have no power over me. I've rearranged parking rules for you, Sarah. And you still say it's just not fair. It's just not fair. Well, I've taken your baby to the center of the parking lines, and you have 13 hours to complete the parking maze. And I think I've confused two different things here. I'm pretty sure two different... Yeah, you do that. You do that sometimes. So whatever. That was that. And then a bunch of time passed. No lines were ever produced. I'm positive he said something along the lines of, a guy is coming. Like the line painting guy is coming to paint the lines in the parking lot. So I assumed somebody's going to come. They're going to ask me to move my vehicle. And then the lines will be properly painted and evenly spaced and whatnot, as one would mostly assume. And oddly enough, the person I'm talking about is also named Kevin. Everybody that I know now is named Kevin. I'm not doing a bit. It's just keeps happening. Oh yeah, so this is like from like months ago. So then a couple weeks ago? This is a couple weeks ago. Like it wasn't that long ago. Like maybe a month and a half ago. Probably like whenever the last time I did a stream, it was like the stream right after that. I glance out the window and I notice that the super is like painting his barn. He's set up a barn with all of his super things in there, and he's painting it. Looks fine. Nothing to think about. Just, hey, I just noticed he's painting the barn. Go about my day as I should, and I did. And then I glance out again and I see he's painting the fence over here. All right, yeah, cool. He's painting the fence. Again, nothing to think about. Nothing to be concerned about. This affects me in zero way. In what is going on? In zero way at all. Zero way at all. In no way whatsoever. It affects me. And then I glance out again much later, and he's down on the ground, painting the line. Actually, no, I didn't see him. No, I didn't see this part. This is why it affected me so much. I didn't see it. I looked out later on, and with the exact same color of the fence, with the exact same color as the trim of the barn. The barn is brown. There's some trim with some white on it, but it's an off-white, a creamy white. Not a bad color, but once on the pavement, seems a bit weird. But I looked out, and then there's lines between each of the cars. There's lines between each of the cars. And I felt personally attacked. I felt personally responsible. I felt ashamed, and I felt confused because it was just like obviously they were just free-handed, and so they're all over the place. They're different widths apart based on whatever vehicle was parked there when they were painted, and the thing that affects me is, as I saw it, I instantly thought, oh, I should have, like, I didn't notice. If I had noticed it was happening, then I could have said, whoa, stop, collaborate, listen, let me make you a stencil so this can all have precision. And you know, I could have just grabbed some cardboard real quick. He could have grabbed some cardboard real quick. There was stacks of wood there. It was just like drop down two planks, drop down two 1x2s, a couple of 2x4s. I don't care what, and then just paint between that, and you got some perfect lines, and everything's cool, and it doesn't affect my dreams. Because it was too late. They were all done. By the time I looked out. Again, I just rent an apartment here. This isn't... It shouldn't affect me. It shouldn't matter. But because I spent so many of my years as a professional artist, my job was just to supervise things. Just look at things and go, that's broke, fix that. There's something there. And it's just noticing, like, that's not straight, straighten it out. That's too straight, wonky up that line. So it's fun. I don't know how to say that. I'm going to say Lipik Onvo. Lipik Onvo. Hello. So anyway, 2 separate nights, I dreamt that, and I think it was Madison, I'm not sure, but Madison works at Streamlabs, and I dreamt that Madison was very upset with me. Real life, Madison would definitely, even if Madison was upset with me, she would be like, hey, here's what we got to do to deal with this situation or whatever. Definitely is not like the disciplinarian. I think somewhere in my brain it might have been like, if anybody was to, if we were in an office all together, and anybody was to be like, oh, we should really paint some lines in the parking lot out there. I mean, Madison would definitely hire the correct person, not like this, and just get some random whoever to do it. Because she's good at her job and good at things, and taking care of us and the whole company. But if anybody within the whole company was to give me that job, it probably would be Madison, I guess. Dream Logic. Hey, Johnny Bean. Dream Logic would convince me. So yeah, I had this whole dream where it was literally just like Madison just being like, how could you let this happen? Like, look at these lines. Like, what are you gonna do about this? And I have spent way too many hours genuinely thinking, what if I do go out there and I just strip that paint? It's just house paint. I doubt it's, oil-based or anything, so it should come up pretty easy if I just scrape it or wash it all away with some turpentine or whatever, soap, and then, stencil it out and reline the parking lot. He would definitely notice. And when weird stuff around the building happens like that, he's now become aware that it is me. The mailboxes downstairs when I first moved in didn't have numbers on them. Or at least only a few did, so I'm like, I'm not missing out on my mail. So I went out, and I got a bunch of numbers, like sticker numbers, and put them on the mailboxes. In my apartment before that, I did the same thing, except with that one, there was only like 3 mailboxes, and I thought they looked cool, so I got like big, thick 3D numbers, painted them nicely, and I drove by that building, and they're still there, And nobody at that building realizes I was trying. So anyway, there's been a few times at this building I've done some weird things like that. Just, kind of organizational things. I said copy. Nope. Come on now. Have I lost my mind? Select. There we go. Making paint blobs for the art shark. Painting a picture of a big arc. Johnny Bean, hello! I'm back here. Seeing the hellos and saying hello back. And, that's cool. Yeah, also I'm here. And if anybody, remembers Skeletor hanging out on a couch for no reason, stop motioning my life away in a loop that never ends, and I don't care about it. It's just a good time. Okay, seriously? How many characters are in here? This is nonsense. That's what this is. This is nonsense? I know. What size is that canvas? This canvas that I'm drawing on? I'm doing 512 by 512, and then I'll shrink it down to a 112 by 112. When I export it for emote size. But as per usual, it's vector. I do vector, so it's just kind of usually it's all the same size. without getting pixelated and stuff, like a bitmap based art. Actually, let's put this fin thumb over top a little bit. Derpy Tater loves the art style. It's always the same with a big smile. I don't know what my style is anymore. I start drawing and it is a mental war. With myself, is this how I draw today? I don't know what to do or what to say. This beat is playing again in the same way. All right, randomly pick a different one. All right, so now I gotta be a manual DJ today. Gotta be a manual DJ. Coming at ya. It's 47 past the hour. We're coming up on 3 o'clock in my particular time zone. So anyway, yeah. So I had, legitimate nightmares of getting in trouble for the lines. I mean, I took pictures of them. I sent them to some of my, just art friends. Like, can you believe this? And then when they saw it, like, oh, yeah. You should be having nightmares about that. Like, I almost do want to blame you because it happened within the vicinity. And I just can't not blame myself. Like, I'd want to fix the lines. Because now I can't park my car straight anymore. Because if I line it up with there's a fence, and then there's a line, and if I line it up with that, then yay! But the other line is all whoop, whoop, whoop. So it doesn't, no matter what I do, if I look out the window of my car to have that satisfaction that it's like, there's my car safe and sound, and it's parked between two lines that aren't remotely round, but they are. They are not parking line stars. And then on his barn, there was a stop sign shaped sign that said no trespassing. This is a private barn. And then he clearly used that as a stencil, so there's a perfect octagon on the outside of the barn that looks perfect. And I saw that there's an octagon. I didn't think anything of that one as well. But then after he finished the fence, it was hours later, just glanced out again, while I'm making something to eat, and I'm just like, what is that? Why do I feel an imbalance in just creativity? And he has the numbers of the house, but it's there's the octagon, and the numbers are just off to the side and different sizes, and again stencil it, or I'm up here, I'm up here. Come up and make me do it. I'll say no, and I won't want to. I don't know what that means. Voxney Streamlabs posted a clip of you talking about the numbers. Eric, are you stalking me? What numbers? What numbers? A clip of you talking about the numbers? A clip of me? Oh, the numbers in the mailbox. A clip? Already? As it's happening? Oh, no. Oh, no. Unless they got the clip robot going, and the clip robot was like, this seems exciting. Is there a clip robot? Oh, I should know about things. But I don't. 'Cause I know this beat. If you don't, we'll hear it again on this street. But I'm inside. Sigma. Pizza Laser the Goat. Oh my god, that is an amazing name. That is such a good name. You know me, I'm the Sigma. Pizza Laser, the goat don't trigger, ma. I got a boat and it's big like a yacht. And I'll show you what I caught. I'm go fishing for some treasure. Pizza lasers that you can't measure. Zip zap, if that's your pleasure. Oh, snaps. What's the weather? there was snow already. Of course, again, I'm old. When I was a kid, we had to wear our snowsuits to go trick-or-treating. So anyway, nightmares about how people paint things, or about just how people align things. Ugh. And I should have made a list. I know I had like definitely a bunch of like legitimately like, whoa, this is a banana story. This is a story of bananas, and it even is about bananas. But just the other day, I'm trying to, drift through the mind palace and remember the stuff from weeks ago that, it's crazy. Derpy Tater was peely for Halloween. Traitor to the tater, but it's not obscene. And you gotta be the characters that you love, but there isn't a potato governor of a state or a show? Hard to find potatoes on the go. So you gotta dress up like a nanner and have fun, 'cause that's what you plant here. So I was at the grocery store, and I just wanted some orange juice. And there's like one kind of store brand orange juice that's all, hey, not only are we the cheapest orange juice that's real orange juice, we've also jammed in some extra vitamin A and D in there. 'Cause you gotta get vitamins. Like, yeah, give me those vitamins. And also it's cheaper than all the other orange juices. And I live on orange juices. So this old guy, he sidles up next to me while I'm finally in line. At the end of the line, there's two people ahead of me and some weird guy in front of them who is just going through that couple's groceries. Like literally commenting like, oh, we didn't have that when I was a kid. Oh, I bet those are good. Hey, what about this? How are you guys? They would occasionally look at me like, can you believe this is happening? And I'm like, yeah, of course. This is what it's like to leave home. Every time I leave the house, a bunch of just weird conversations happen with people out of nowhere. Sometimes they're very upsetting, and sometimes they're just hilarious and fun. Usually they're upsetting. Old guys, I got threatened by the Queen of Hearts last night. She wanted to off with my head. I told her I lost it already. She said off with it again. Oh, Halloween. Getting threatened by people in costumes. So this old guy, he comes up to me, and he looked, reminded me of my uncle. So I'm like, damn it. Just because of association in my mind, you get some more of the time of day. And he's just like, hey, like, where'd you get that juice? Oh, this orange juice? I'm like, oh, it's just down this aisle in the fridges at the bottom. And he's like, oh, in the juice aisle? Like, no, not in the juice aisle. That's not real juice. Excuse me. In the refrigerator aisle, in the cheese aisle, at the end of the cheese aisle where all the juices are, in that juice aisle. And he was like, oh, all right, like, I never noticed that. Like, okay. And part of me was like, he's an old guy. He clearly doesn't want to walk anymore in the store. And I was so tempted to just go, oh, you know what? Take this juice. I'll go get some other juice, and I'll get back in line. But it was also, like, middle of the day. Like, I got to get back to work. I've got stuff to do. I don't have time to be juice shopping for 2.5 hours. So I just stayed there. And so did he. He didn't go anywhere. And then he's looking down the line. He's kind of, like, resting his stuff on some boxes that were just kind of just off to the side. But part of me was like, this guy's in line now. I think I'm sneaking this guy into the line right now, and there's other people behind me in line, but they can understand that this is an old man who I'm either being nice to or he's taking advantage of me. I still haven't decided yet. But then he and I'm like, just working up good deeds in my head of just like, you know what, he's only got like 3 things. What if, oh no, before that happened, because I'm still just deciding, like, should I just give him my juice and walk away? But then he was like getting frustrated, was like, what's going on? Like, I thought this was the express lane. And I was like, yeah, I thought that too, but that doesn't exist anymore. This is just line number 1 now. And he's just like, oh, brr, brr, brr. But then he goes like, oh, can I put my stuff down here? Like, oh, I'm carrying stuff and I'm old. Can I just put it here in front of your stuff on the conveyor belt? Like, yeah, go for it. So he puts his stuff there. And then he gets like in good and close to when I realize like, oh, he's fully in line now. Like, he was just deciding against whether or not to go ahead of me already. Like, but he's cutting in here. He's not going away. He did not ask the people behind, is it okay if I cut in? But I looked at them like, hey, you can see from my eyes and face, this guy isn't going anywhere. And but again, I was still at this point still thinking he's just an old man, and I'm just being nice. And everything's fine. But the more he got irritated with the other guy at the other end of the line, the more I just lost any sympathy for him. Because I was just going to be like, you know what? Sure, he's cutting in line. I'll fix that. I'll make it not a line cut. I'll just be like, bring it all together. Just bring it all in together, and I'll pay for all of it. And send this old man on his way. And that's my little gift for, whatever, this undeserving old man. But he still just seemed weak and old at that point. I was still trying to be helpful and good. But then the longer it took, because the guy at the head of the line realized, he was trying to get a gift card, but he didn't go get a gift card. He was like, I want a gift card. Go get me the gift card. I was like, why is everybody at the store today expecting everybody else to do everything else for them? But it was one of those days. They happen. So that guy, he's like, yeah, no, check through your little book of things. Nope. So he's asking, the counter guy's asking somebody else. He's going 3 corners down. They're like, well, check here. And then they finally get out and realize that guy's only buying a bottle of water and getting a gift card, which is just like, go to one of the gift card aisles. But I didn't get outwardly frustrated. I didn't really care. It's not actually taking that long. But because of the old man's frustration with the other old man, I was like, well, guess what? Nobody gets a deal. I'm not treating anybody any better today. You got your jump in line. That's all you're getting. And in my head, just screaming, please stop talking to me. I don't have anything else to say to you. Please go away. Because, by that point I realized, like, oh, no. This is what this guy does. He old mans his way into things. We're just like, I'm just an old man. Let me get in the line. I'm just an old man. Can I have an extra piece of bread, please? I'm an old man. Just give me a free coffee. I don't know what is going on today. Shortcut keys just aren't shortcutting. There we go. I've never had groceries delivered. I don't think I can handle it. When I see the people getting the groceries, I'm just like, I want to get my own stuff. And of course, all the stories of, I was trying to order my groceries. And then it's like, I ordered some corn on the cob. And they were like, hot dogs are the same shape as corn on the cob. Here you go. We substituted corn on the cob with hot dog wieners. And it's just like, no. I already make enough of my own mistakes that I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I bought the wrong thing. It's fine. I'm just going to suffer through it anyway, or throw it away and feel wasteful of money and food. Whereas other people are like, what? I go right back to the store and I return it. And I'm like, yeah, no. I was awake most of the night, not last night, but the night before, just for my Halloween anxieties. Nothing's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine. But I have just, tons of just deep-seated fears and memories, all centered around Halloween, that keep me up at night. I usually don't throw it away. Because we are in an apartment building, there's a little shelf downstairs where usually if there's something to give away or you don't need throw it down there, and somebody usually grabs it pretty much right away. I rarely ever actually throw anything away. And I'm pretty sure if I went to the apartments of a few people in my building, they would just be living on all of my stuff. Gluten-free biscuits? That seems rather specific. You'll probably find with the regular ones. Oh, insulin? I can't find the insulin. Probably a bag of sugar will do. Here you go. Alright, let's add some color here. That's enough dilly-dally. Alright, I keep forgetting that I have to manually pick another song. Literally scrolling through, trying to find the longest ones. They're all just a minute. Only a few 4-minuters and 3-minuters. Literally just picked the shortest one. Let's go with this one. And it's amazing. That's the one of the facts of life is people often don't piece anything together. I mean, just by having a Twitter account and scrolling through that, like the fact that I never scroll through my following, I only scroll through the here's what you're probably interested in. It's just like, nope, not interested in any of this, but I need to see all of it. Because, you know, sometimes you're just like, what is everyone in the world screaming about? Let me take that in, and then feel upset about it for the whole day. Am I going to leave these lines? I think I'm going to leave these lines. Now, having to change the music and scream about things threw me off of what I was screaming about. Oh yeah, grocery store guy. Then... You didn't vote already? It's so weird to me. It's just like I genuinely thought, you know, even though it's just like November, whatever, November this, but it's so like, voting. Election. That it's like, the fact that I still keep seeing like, well, the polls are saying this and the polls are saying that. It's like, what do you care about? Stop checking. The polls don't matter anymore. You're already voting now. Just wait till Tuesday for the results. Polls are crazy, especially like when they're just getting them from everywhere. But yeah, like official voting isn't until the 5th. And in my head, I fully thought like with Halloween, I was like, oh, there, it's all over. Like in the morning, there won't be 75,000 posts about voting again. But that was just Halloween. That was not Election Day. add a little highlight here. Just to give that a little more depth. Uh-oh. You got attacked by a land shark last night? Excuse me. Wish I could get the music to play more than one song today. Halloween, Baby Shark. I was babysitting in my lab late one night for this baby shark that tried to bite. It said, "Baby shark, do 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 do. Oh, baby shark, do 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 do." More of a highlight shine. Yeah, something like that instead. Oop, too big. There. Bloop. Oh. Well, for Halloween hijinks in my neck of the woods, or not quite, but I saw this guy who used to live upstairs. My whatever friend in town was like, "Hey, did you hear about the blah 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 fire hall?" And I thought he was like, "What, the fire?" Because it was a place like where I'm from, you know, just a few hours away from here, and even like closer to my friend's house back home, where I'm like, "Oh my god, like what was this big fire? Like, should I message my friend and ask, is everybody okay?" And then I realized he said the thing at the fire hall, and I'm like, "Oh, what? No, I didn't hear about the thing at the fire hall. What happened?" And again, still like, is everyone okay? And for the Halloween party, it's like national news. Maybe you've seen it. I don't know. But a bunch of dudes, like 4 or 5 people, showed up to the fire hall Halloween party, just fully dressed in KKK robes. And it's just like, huh? Oh, okay. All right. Nah, that doesn't work. Let's get rid of that. That's where we're living. That's what we're doing. That's not cool. And then the apology from like the officials or whatever, the counselors for the town, or God knows what it was. So my friend sent me, he's like, and this was their apology from the town, was just like, hey, listen, they said they're sorry and they made a mistake. Like, what more do you want? And it's like, that's part of the apology and the explanation. Like, what more do you want? They made a mistake. It's like, they didn't they didn't say like, oops, we thought these were ghost costumes. They knew what they knew what they were doing. It's the future. It's the future. Select, and group. There we go. Oh, yeah. Red and yellow and pink and green. I can see a rainbow in between all the colors that float through the sky in the prism. Gotta know what you're doing, realism. Making colors, need some blue, and then a green, just for you. All right. I'm just going to pause the music for a little bit before I go insane. I don't know. Nobody in the chat is saying, hey, we're also going insane every time that beat comes around. Or maybe I talk so much that it becomes unnoticeable. Or it's just quiet enough that it's really only affecting me. Because I do like that beat, honestly. That one that does keep playing. I just need it to be 40 minutes long with, some different variations. To keep me from feeling all Jack Torrance on a typewriter over here. Now it seems so quiet. Oh, Kevin. Oh, Kevin. What do we do? What do we do? Should I start beatboxing throughout this whole thing? Just sit here and just keep going a boom, a ch, a boom, boom, ch. Is that cool? Are those cool beatboxing sounds, Sarah? But then, yeah, no, that doesn't work because then I still need to. Also, it wasn't good. Oh, man. In the silence of the stream, gotta make noises in between. So if I make a sound, I'll make it go around and keep repeating. 'Cause the silence won't be defeating my need for there to be noise. Joe Fox, moi. I have a bad feeling. I've got a bad feeling. Sometimes. And I try to stuff it down with some bad rhymes. Hopefully people don't do hate crimes. All right, 3:15. 3:15. All right, I'm going to say I'm done with this one, at least for now. No, it's done. I'm going to look back at the lists, see what we got. Refresh this. Nothing there. All right. Go back to the usual spot. Drippy Tater's emotes are dancing a lot. How do I draw that? How do I draw this thing that I can't think how it goes? And it won't stink. All right, I'm going to go with that one then. So, nope, copied the wrong thing. Copy and paste, no time to waste. Fuzzy little, tubby little, stuffed with fluff. Copy and paste, copy and paste. Everybody's favorite little bear. 'Cause he's Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. So this one, Sarah Placentia. I wonder, any relation to Ed Placentia? A puppy exercising with a question mark? So I'm gonna, I have a vague idea in my head. That might be still too much for an emote. Thinking. Let's get off this screen so it's not too slow. Because my initial idea was just still like a little puppy on a treadmill. But then I have to draw a treadmill and fit all that in there, and that, you know. Oh, we're on the wrong thing. There we go. Skipping rope. Flipping one of those big tires. How does a puppy, how do you exercise? What is exercise? How close is the mic? How far have I been moving? I forgot that I moved away before. What if I pointed it down here? All right. But-a-dee-da-day. Or just a little puppy lifting a big weight. Yeah. Oh. Big old eyes. Boop. Hey, Phil. Filling it, filling in the circle. Little puppy ears, maybe bigger nose, so we can tell how little he is. Little puppy body, and that's becoming, I think, becoming scrappy. I think that might be becoming Scrappy Doo. Ray Dog. How many rays? 2,000. 2,000 ways we got dogs and waves and chats and streams. And there's waves of light in between. It's a Ray Dog. Ray Dog, Ray Dog. Come rescue me from this. No, I think I'm combining two songs. Space Dog. I can't remember how Space Dog goes. Ugh. Wake up, Mr. Microphone. Sleepy, sleepy dish. And we don't know. Do 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 do. Mana mana. Do 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 do. What if I just do it that way? Definitely make them happier. Hey, I'm exercising over here. 'Cause if I died today, I'd be the happy phantom. And I'd go chasing the nuns out in the yard. It'll be my ticket to the Universal Opera. And something, something, shaking Buddha by the hand. And somebody else goes out to dance. And Tori Amos popped up on my feed recently. Well, hopefully your Ray Dog issues aren't. I don't want to bring you down. I hope you have more fun throughout the day than rough times. Is that a good thing to say? I don't know. But that is what's great about the land of streaming, is there's literally just like millions of people out there just doing stuff, putting on little shows, playing games, telling stories, making beats and songs, cooking and whatnot. God knows I'll spend way too much time scrolling through YouTube shorts where I'm like, I hate this. This is too short, and it's vertical. This is everything that goes against everything I've ever learned in the creative field of making TV and whatnot. But then I'm still just like, gotta keep going. Because at least, for me anyway, my YouTube algorithm is so much better when I would try to do the same thing on TikTok, where I'm just like, I can't handle this algorithm. It's like nothing, it's like 1 in 300 things that I scroll by where I'm like, oh, this is cool. I enjoy this. But YouTube Shorts, it gets me stuck. I'm like, I guess I'll just watch another one. All right. Kind of a little puppy face. We'll see what he looks like when we clean it up. Speaking of video games, Kevin, interrupt me. No one was speaking of video games. There was a bit of silence. You were drawing things. You said something about drawing in, lines on your. And at no point you're falsifying a segue and forcing a subject change. Just you just say, hey, let me talk about video games. You just speaking of just the use of it. It's overused and mostly wrong, Sarah. This is my window. You clicked on the wrong window. Click on the right window. Oops. Good thing I was looking at the screen. Oh, man. So, as I've said before, I'm not much of a gamer. I'll play something for a little bit here and there. Occasionally I'll get mildly obsessed and try to finish something. But, I'm not playing all the games. I'm definitely not playing newer games. Half the time I'm like, ooh, I remember people talking about this game a year ago. I'll give it a try. I don't play PC games. But I have become mildly, I wouldn't even say obsessed with Fortnite, but it's just like I feel like Fortnite is just really good for you throw it on, play it for a minute. If I die right away, I don't care. If I win a round, yay, and I shut it off. It's just, it's really just kind of good for just having some quick fun, and also my main problem is like as with the shelf full of action figures over here. Collecting some of my favorite action figures as characters that I can play and run around with. This is like this is ruining me. I've spent way too much money on characters in that game. Not that I have a ton. But anyway, so for the longest time, like I would just get one character every once in a while. And at a certain point just kind of got somewhat obsessed with the quests to get enough, XP, and then, a lot of the time you can get rewards, which is, either just a bit of a costuming or a glider, and that's usually it. And I don't usually care until it was the Avatar season, whatever it's called, Battle Pass. And one of the rewards was Appa as your glider, and I'm like, well, I gotta go through these, and I can get them without paying money, and I did it, and I was like, oh, wow, I can do the quests in this game, because, I absolutely don't think I'm a Fortnite wizard, so I'm not, like, paying money for a battle pass to, like, then not be able to get the rewards, because I'm like, I can't finish these, but then with the current / last battle pass that ends today, I think, Dr. Doom was the prize, like a Dr. Doom skin, where I'm like, this is super awesome. And I'd already done so much of the battle pass quest to like get some Dr. Doom stuff that I'm like, well, I've already, if I pay for the battle pass, I'll unlock like a handful of characters that I do want and think are cool, and all this other stuff. And then I looked at how much a battle pass was, and it was like, it's only $10? Like, oh, well, that's crazy, because like when I'd buy a character, I'd get like 1.5 characters or maybe 2 characters for like $20, $30. And this is like $10, and I'll get like, at least 4 characters if I don't do all the quests. So I basically decided, like, all right, I'll go as far as XP level 79, I want to say. Is what I think it was, and that's to get Mysterio. I'm like, all right, I want Gwenpool, I want Doom, I want the War Machine, Emma Frost, and who did I just say? Mysterio. I'll go as far as getting Mysterio, where I'll really try, and then beyond that, I don't care. I'm not gonna go all out to get this Jonesy guy dressed as Captain America. Like, I don't care about either of those characters enough. And I did it. I made it to level 79, and that was a while ago. And now I'm at like level 240 after saying like I'll only go as high as 79. Then I was like, all right, you know what? Let's finish off this row of quests and rewards, and what kind of ears? Oh, floppy ears. But yeah, I feel insane. Because then I was at a point where I'm like, well, now I've done all the quests. I can't progress until they release the next part of the story or the next part of the whatever. And I'm like literally like waiting to like just do these quests. I'd load it up, and then, I'm not trying to win matches, but then the matches that I would win were the ones where I'm like, I'm just trying to get, go visit these 3 places. That's all I'm trying to do. And the next thing I know, I'm just like, pshoom, victory royale. Like, I won? I was like, I wasn't even really playing the game today. I was just I was just trying to finish some of these things. 11 gig update. Oh, yeah. I think it's like I had to move everything from my Switch over to the SD card, which I thought everything was there, but it was like pretty much the only game that was actually on the Switch was Fortnite. I'm like, oh my god, this is huge. Yeah, let's go with this. As Jeremy spoke in class today. But then, yeah, I finished that. So then while I was waiting for those quests, I started doing the other quests. Like, I finished the Halloween quests. Like, I maxed out everything possible that I could do after going from, like, I'll play, I'll play it for like 50 minutes. I don't really care, but it's like, somewhere in the back of my brain, I'm just like, when's the next one going to start? It's like, you don't sign up for the next battle pass. Like, you can't handle it. You get too obsessed where it's like, well, now this feels like homework. I need to finish this achievement. It's like, no, you don't. Sit down, draw a picture. You just bought a crazy Optimus Prime model kit action figure. You got to do some animating with that. A third trap jaw showed up in the mail. You got to animate with that. But Fortnite is so much less effort than stop motion animating a bunch of stuff. Not the same feeling of rewarding, but it has rewards, so dopamine is released. Some generations these days would not know about the Transformers. Hell, they're more than meets the eye. The Autobots waging their battle to defeat the evil forces of the Decepticons. I mean, I have to disagree with you. Like, I'd say some generations maybe that I'm kind of skipped around over. But for the past while, like, there have been so much Transformers content that has come out, and that Transformers 1, like, every single day, all I see is just reports of, like, this is the greatest, we love Transformers for life, and it's just going nuts. I never did watch all the cartoons. I didn't have cable, so there was like a few weeks where my dad was stealing cable, so I watched, I got to see a few episodes of Transformers on the weekend, and then occasionally some other relative would record Saturday morning cartoons and drop it off. It was one of those things that I was like, I loved it. I thought it was, like, I just really loved those designs and everything. But I never watched much of it. Mostly just like even the transforming, because I'm like, I'm not into cars and trucks or anything. So half the time I'm like, oh, who cares? But the figures that don't transform, oh, do I love those. Like there was the red series, where I grabbed a Starscream and a sound wave. Yeah, sound wave. I just thought they looked really cool. And they had like good posability and whatnot. Sir Lear. Gotta take this phone call. This phone call cannot wait. And then I'll be back to watch the stream. Unless the stream goes on too late. 'Cause then I gotta do my own stream. Gotta keep my followers happy while I'm over here drawing emotes. I'm trying not to be too sappy. Oh, hey, I'm on the phone so you can watch and listen and something about a Sasquatch. Oh, you were a big He-Man and Thundercats fan? All right. You won't be able to see this very well. But, Kevin, you're in the way. Kevin, Kevin, come on now. But yeah, that's those top shelves. That's just all He-Man, all the re-release, not all, as many as I can get of the re-release Origins figures. And then they released the cartoon version that are just like, oh, I can't collect another round of these. There's no more room on the shelf. But then they were like, hey, we re-released some of the ones that you missed, so I'm still waiting for them to re-release regular Man-at-Arms, because I got like the Snake Force Man-at-Arms, and I hate it. I didn't watch He-Man once it got to the Reptile Rebellion, whatever. So I don't really recognize many of those characters or care about them that much. But I missed when they, it was like height of COVID when they released them. So I missed Man-at-Arms, and Manny Faces, and I missed Trapjaw, but then yeah, they re-released Trapjaw, so I just got him. Same with Triclops, just got him when they re-released him. Oh, and normal gray. I can't think of anybody's names now. I just want to call him Greyhawk, and that is not his name. Stratos. Just regular gray Stratos. The only one that I found or that was out was naked Stratos. And I let it go forever where I'm like, no, I don't want naked Stratos. I just want normal Stratos that I grew up with. Then I just gave in and got naked Stratos. Oh, Beastman. That's the other one. Still waiting for them to re-release Beastman. But yeah, that has been a not-so-quiet obsession for the last little while. And if you do like He-Man type stuff, 80s stuff, follow my Instagram and or my YouTube, Mr. Cartoons. Spelled like this, at Mr. Cartoons. The cat that talked is my old cat Milo that used to be a real cat. But then he didn't exist anymore. But I had already made him a cartoon, so I still keep him around every few years. I usually revamp or change him in a different way. Mostly his deal is that he's a jerk. I thought like a joke from Thundercats. I feel like there was a handful of things that specifically happened in Thundercats that were just like, this isn't right. The 80s shouldn't be making cartoons for children. That was when I was obsessed with Thundercats. Barely saw any episodes. Definitely I had Panther. And I had Panther and the Tiger guy. Probably his name was Tigra. I can't, for the life of me, remember. What his name was. Shatra? That was his name? But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I have to do a new one, but occasionally I'll do a little stop motion Skeletor's house, where I built a little house for Skeletor, or like a crazy living room lair for Skeletor, 80s style Skeletor, and he usually talks to other action figures. If your Streamlabs is bugging out, I can't help you at all. But if you, in the Twitch chat, !support, or go to streamlabs.com and go to the support there, and or Discord, there's a whole support team that should be able to help you out and or fix problems or figure out what they are. I just draw pictures of things, but like I said, hopefully somebody there in the support team can help you out, Hacker Baby Lord. Hacker Baby Lord. Lord of the hackers, baby. Don't need a sword, 'cause I'll hack through your database, and then I'll do much more. I don't want him to have big fists. Let's change this. Let's change this. Let's change this. Change this. Oh, yeah. I have a Skeletor cam here. This is my living room. Yeah. I have pictures on the walls of things and Beastman, and I have a good time. And other couches and chairs. Right now, behind the buffoon talking to you right now, I'm sitting with Optimus Prime, and someday we'll have a good time, but, you know, stop motion takes time. Where's the... Stop keeping the camera on me. Yeah, put the camera on me. I like to say things, and I think that's fun, and I also have the easiest voice to do, but it also makes your, nose get stuffed up, because, you're making the stuffed up nose voice, and then it just really happens in real life, self-fulfilling prophecies. Self-fulfilling prophecies. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm so sorry. Once again, I said, stop letting all of these other characters in here. They don't belong. This is my time to shine. It's Kevin's day. Friday. Making my way to the weekend because, got my bowl of cereal. I can't remember the reference to that song, Sarah. And my name is Curtis, not Sarah. But that's the word that helps me get into that voice. Meow. All right, let's go with this kind of puppy hand. Puppy hand. What are they feeding you? But yeah, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can't really see. Right there's Optimus Prime and Skeletor. And his living room backdrop is in the closet. Because I was working on other things. All right, and then just to make my day a little easier, because it's 3:45, almost time to get out the door. Modify, transform, flip, horizontal, red bean, bitter cream, red bean, bitter cream, red bean and bitter cream, showing up on the stream scene. If you need some cream that's bitter, don't stop here 'cause you won't get better. We're not talking about making kinds of butter. It's just red bean bitter cream. Don't know what that means, but I know I don't want it. Oh, well, now he seems weird. Let me just chop. Nope. Chop. Chop off the rest of that hand. Oh, select it all. Don't forget about the tail. About the tail for sale. On that doggy in the window. Bark, 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 bark. Alright, let's go with some rubber hose. 50 style arms. Sometimes your picture fades. I fall behind. These words aren't in order, and I don't mind. Buttercream. You got buttercream, but it's a little bitter. We added red beans. Oh, and that rhyme is a swear in my head. Da heist. That's better. Du. Da heißt mich. I think this will read as weights. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's give him a bit of a fluffy, bit of floof on the tail. A little bit of tail floofins. Hey. There we go. Drove downtown in the lane. Nope. Drove downtown in the rain. I don't know. The right arm. Or wait. Oh, you're correct. His left. Camera right. Let's try to balance this a little bit. What if I just try to get this away from his face a little bit, just so we can clean up that silhouette. Almighty Viking, face fuchsia tongue out. Is that a moat? I can't actually see it, but YouTube will wrote it down in text form so I can read. Face fuchsia tongue out. Supersede. Sounds like it's raining real hard outside. I don't like that. Okay. I don't know why I reacted like that. Okay. I remembered one of the other stories of the building. Stories of the building that I have to say, or else they roll around in my head all night and all day. It's the stories of the building from which I live, 'cause there's a bunch of people who have no shizzes to give. Meow, 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 meow. So, as I've said a million times before, if you're not new to the stream, today's been a quiet day, actually. But usually there's a small child that lives upstairs that just hasn't stopped running and jumping since the day the family moved in. And I've met just the tiniest little child, like this, such an adorable little kid, where I'm like, I can't get mad at you. I can't be mad at you, but from downstairs, it sounds like you're waging war against me and you hate me forever. And some days I get super angry. And some days I throw my shoes at the ceiling. Some days I'll grab a broom handle and just bang on the ceiling, but they don't care. They don't care. Ooh, I gotta do some cleaning tomorrow for sure. Speaking of clean fridges, I gotta clean everything. So this was a little while ago now. I was getting stuff out of the trunk of my car, and a few spots over, dude's getting stuff out of his trunk or whatever he's doing, but the tiniest little adorable kid is there, and I didn't realize, or I didn't know, this kid is 100% like the kid that you bring into a sitcom to spice it up or boost the adorability later on, where it's just like, oh, all these kids have grown up and they're not adorable or funny anymore. And then a kid comes in, and once in a lifetime, that kid is so raven, where it's just like, oh, they're just adorable. You can tell they love the attention and getting laughs, and they're just like really just having a great time. And this kid is just 100% that. It was the tiniest little kid, and I'm getting stuff in my car, and I just hear this little kid say to what I assume was the dad, Just like, oh, like, come on, Dad, like, we can't take forever doing this, and whatever it said, it just sounded adorable and funny, and the dad was kind of like, like, oh, little kid, like, you don't know anything. And then it got real adorable. The kid was just like, reached into the trunk, pulled out a package of either paper towel or toilet paper, but you know those like, hey, it's 24 rolls, but it seems like it's 75 rolls, and it's like it was fully the size of the small child. It was just like, but it's toilet paper, so it weighs virtually nothing. But this kid is just like, whoa, grabs this giant thing that's the same size and it's just like steadies itself, and it was like, all right, like I can't, I don't have time to be sitting like waiting around for you, like. See you later, and then just kind of like like stomps up the stairs, goes all the way up to the 3rd floor on its own, while the dad was like, all right then, like whatever. And then he gets in his car and just drives away, and I'm just like, what just happened? Like, that was adorable, but you're not following the kid upstairs. This kid is like 2 years old, but you know, I mean, talkative enough that it must be a little older than that. But man, oh man, this tiny little kid with just this giant thing, just being like, I don't have time for this. Like, see you later, and then just leaves their dad. I'm like, are kids like that? I feel like, you know, in the last while, like, all the, you know, niece-nephew type situations, kids nowadays are even more so just like, don't ever leave. Can you see me? Am I doing everything cool? Look at me. Look at me again. To have this kid just be like, do. All right, see you never, baby. See you never. I got stuff to do upstairs where mommy is. And so much better. But anyway, the other part of that is seeing that small kid and another kid. Like, I saw that dad, so he was carrying the small kid. And then another kid that's bigger, or at least like slightly older, maybe, you know, 4, I don't know. I can't judge the size versus age of children. But I was like, oh, this makes so much more sense. Like, there is 2 kids up there because the amount of noise and stomping where it's like that kid is too small to be able to make this much noise. And it's got to sleep eventually. It's a small... Kevin, I know I'm judging children and I shouldn't. But it's just too small and adorable and nice to be making this much noise. But it was like, oh, there's another. With every Leia comes a Luke. Oh, what's wrong with me? So I don't know, just kind of, you know, whatever. Mystery of the building was, oh, I'm not as crazy. This is the noise of 2 or more people. And not just me being like, how can you get so bent out of shape, exhausted, infuriated by one small child happily dancing around in their own apartment? And it's because I can't stand noise. I'm the cranky old man in the building. Now, I'm the cranky old man. Why can't these kids go out and play in the yard? Get outside. When I was a kid, we'd be lost for hours. But that seems dangerous to me now, where it's like if anybody was like, oh, I just sent the kids out to go do whatever for hours, I would be shocked and appalled because I'm like, nope, that's too scary. Everything is too dangerous now. Stay inside, play your Fortnites, build your Minecrafts where it's safe. But I don't know, for the longest time, like, it was always, you know, just a mild dream of like, all right, next house, you know, it was the first house I lived in was a part of a duplex. And it was just like, all right, like, you can't hear through these walls. There's like 3 feet of concrete between you and the people on the other side. I'm like, all right, I believe you, and sold. But then discovered that the mom of that house liked to scream at the children on the back deck, which is, you know, 4 feet away from the door to my back deck. So just forever hearing, you know, anything, like the kids do everything, anything, she would just scream like crazy. And sometimes Wilbur's like, should we be calling somebody? Should we be keeping an eye? Like, they don't seem abused. She just freaks out, screams about everything. And usually, like, the dad's just like, oh, no, it's fine. Calm down. Like, everything's fine. Kids are just outside, being on the step where you told them to go. And then one day, a friend that I went to school with moved into that town and didn't realize that, they were already, like, working around that area. Because one day I saw him in the neighbor's yard where I'm just like, hey, what's going on here? And he's like, oh, this is where you live? And I'm like, yeah. Why are you in the next driveway to my house? And he's like, oh, like, we babysit the kids over here. I'm like, oh, crazy. Like, we've, like, been almost hanging out again for so long. So then go and hang out with him and his wife, and they're just like, hey, not to be too weird or to pry or anything, but can we ask you a question about your neighbors? Like, you babysit them. I'm assuming I should have questions that you can answer. I don't know these people. They just live next door. All I know for sure is that one day, and I don't even know why, the neighbor told me his name, and like I shook his hand, and I was like, hey, like, I'm Curtis, like, handshake. And he's like, hey, I'm Jim Halpert. And I was like, all right. Nice to meet you, Jim. And I watched The Office. Actually, I think at that point I might have only seen the British Office, and I hadn't ventured over to the American one yet, but I'm pretty sure I was watching that from the beginning. I'm pretty sure, but just the fact that, like, I don't know, it was when The Office just started, I think. So, why do people scream all the time? My new neighbors that live next door to this place, they scream all the time too, or at least one of them does. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Sometimes I scream back. I always regret it, though, because I don't want to become one of the screaming maniacs, but sometimes it just feels good to scream into the void. But yeah, it was like hours, if not days later, where suddenly I was like, yeah, so the guy next door, he just said, like, I was just meeting to him, I just realized, like, I never actually got their name, but he just told me his name is Jim Halpert, and then, like, my spouse being like, that sounds familiar. Then I was like, oh, it is. I was like, that's the Office guy. That is now, like, now a household name. And I'm like, oh, man, like, he just lied to me for no reason. And then I kind of didn't really talk to him again for, I don't know, the whole time I lived there. Oh, yeah. So anyway, so my dream was, why I started talking about that, was like, all right, this is too close to people. We gotta move into the woods, like, just far away from everybody. People are just too close, and I can't handle it. I need silence someday. And then, so then we built a house in the middle of nowhere, nowhere, forest, river, beavers, bears, coyotes, like, literally, like, a whole flock, a herd of deer would, like, just spend, like, between 7 and 12 deer would just sleep in our backyard all day, all the time. Like, they come up to the door expecting food from your hand. Just super fun and cool. Foxotic! Holy snaps. Guess who's back? Foxotic's back on the attack. This is not a quack. Got a bunch of streams in the streaming sack. So finally made it out into the middle of nowhere, where it's like, all right, now I can be as loud as I want without bothering people, and no one will bother me because, there's acres between everybody. Now, the neighbors were still right next door, but there was a pile of trees, fence, all the accoutrement of privacy. And but still, they were the kind of people that would at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning just be like, all right, time to go outside and work on the four-wheeler, and just go outside and just and just like putting engines through the paces, snowmobiles, Jeeps, those all-terrain vehicles, anything and everything. Oh, there's like I've had to like implement a fairly strict rule of like stop making friends with the neighbors, Red Bean. I've had like the last neighbor, or not the last, but like the last person I was nice to that lived across the hallway from me would like literally like started like, hey, like, oh, I gotta get to my grandma's funeral. Can I borrow some money? Oh, can you help me out with my resume? Like, what is going on here? Like, I don't know you. Slash, you have a boyfriend who seems mildly unstable, and he will murder me one day because you're coming to me instead of him. But then, half the time it seemed to be his idea. Like, oh, like, ask Curtis's advice. Like, I'm just some random old man that lives in the building. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So just mostly trying to keep people from getting too involved, and attached. So I'm not here to fix everyone's life. But then, yeah, so it's like, oh yeah, resume. Like literally tried to help her get into school, tried to help her get a job. I was doing a lot of things that were just on the auspices of helping her move away. And then one day it was just like, oh, we covered our floors, everything in dog and cat urine and feces. We just ruined the apartment, and we're in a lot of trouble. And also, we're not paying the bills. So in the middle of the night, one night, they just took off. So you know, try not to make friends with people like that anymore because it keeps happening. I absolutely helped somebody skip out on their rent and just escape one day, and I thought I was just helping them move, and then the super of that building like was across the street at one point just watching us, and I'm like, and then the guy I was helping move is like, oh, like look at so and so over there like watching, you know, what's he gonna do? Like, wait, what's he? Oh, you guys aren't moving out, you guys are just escaping, and I'm helping you. Like, oh, wonderful. Ugh. And then but then yeah, anyway, in the House in the Woods place, like literally one day it was just like a full-on truck, and it was just like forest behind us, and there were like trails and everything where we take the dogs and just like walk around, and it was great. But some days it was just like it's the middle of the night, and then just like, hey, we're just gonna rev up our truck really crazy and just blast it into the trees, into the woods. Where it's like, ah! It's like, am I gonna get murdered or accidentally killed by nonsense like this? And mostly that is what it is. Where it's just like, can we just hang out with you? And I'm like, I'm not cool. I'm not cool, and I'm not fun. Yeah, so much of that, Fox. I have to say, there is just like way too many snowmobile and just winter recreational vehicle injuries and deaths in this place. I don't approve. All right, move this mouth up a bit. Oh. Boop, boop, boop. Oh yeah, basically like whenever I call my mom, it's just like, anyway, Here's the nonsense stories of living in an apartment building. All right, I don't like that at all. Let's get rid of this. Boop, boop. That just makes more sense. Less distracting. And Fox, that is why I usually just make friends with people who are at an arm's distance. So Gabe's just like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm in your walls. Oh, snaps. No, I'm not that bad. I'm only mildly an antisocial monster. Cause I'm not in the swing of things yet. But I really do not know the words of this song. But part of it kinda seeps in my brain all day. Oh, my headphones keep getting stuck. Why do I have... I'm not playing music, so what am I listening to? Why do I have this headphone plugged in? I turned the music off. I'm wasting all of my own... All right, I'm gonna go to a different playlist. All right, it's already 10 after 4. Only 50-some minutes left. Let's go to a different playlist and see. Let's see. If I can find something with a real long... There we go, 4 minutes. Let's listen to this beat for 4 minutes and then possibly again for a repetitive amount. Needs a little bit of a belly highlight. Boop. Save. Oh my god. Thought I accidentally hit close instead of hitting save like I was supposed to do to keep it from getting lost at all costs. All right, there we go. Nice, fun, thick outline, and then dare I? I said red. Small. A little bit of a highlight on these. Damia Prodan? Damia Prodan. Damia. Damn, Ia Prodan. Back at it again with those red vans, with those white vans, on the white sands, at the beach, holding those hands. Every day I'm in a bit of a mood. That's Jamie trying to assuage my toot. But mostly I can't handle any of the silence. If there's a beat, then I need some violence. Making sounds so it's not too quiet or repetitive and boring. Ah! Alright, did I fix this yet? I did not. There. That will do. that will do for this one. Save. We got shark. I should probably make those lines darker. Maybe I will later. Got a snap instead of a clap. Don't mean to be too whack. Going to check the Blue Sky feed if anybody's added something that they need. No. Drifting by back to the Twitter, though. Damn it, it's still just playing the same song. I do like that one, though. Reload. Reload. My blue sky is the same as the others. Mr. Cartoons resting on my druthers. That's not a word that works, but there's some rhymes. And then you twerk. All right. I'm going to go with this one. Because I believe I can do it quick. What time we got? All right. We still got almost an hour. Why can't I just copy meow, 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 a link. Don't make stink. Boop. Faster than yours, faster than mine, faster than you, faster than we can climb. Checking out the stream, it's been a while since we've seen how fast we go with a little red bean and some bitter cream and mashed potatoes. They're nice and derpy, but we got some meadows. Meow. All right, how do you make a potato Christmassy? What is a Christmas potato? Christmas potato. Christmas potato. Christmas potato. I like this. This song, this beat is nice and relaxing. Very 80s synth. Got a labyrinth. Getting through the maze with the Muppets that don't behave. Ludo's big and mean, but that's not to be seen. Wrapped in tinsel. I've got a pocket full of tinsel. I've got a Christmas-themed plimsoll. Oh, oh, ho, ho. Yeah, I don't want to put them in a box. Oops, too far. That seems too birthday present-y. Aren't my... What's going on? There we go. Alright, I feel like I'm going crazy. There we go. Just rotate just not being an option for some reason. A loaded Christmas potato. With all the trimmings of sour cream. Just add some tinsel around there. Got the Krampus potato. Got the Christmas on the table. All my emotes have from Gifties. Oh, they're all adorable. That guy's freaking out. All right, what was I just going to look at? All right, I was clicking away for some reason, and I don't remember why. I got distracted by all the taters. Adding to the pile to defeat the haters. If you don't got enough starts, just wait here. You'll have some more when you eat some potatoes. That's what I was going to do. Let's move this. Give me another... Oh, what the? Let's try this one. I want my live stream show. Bow now, bow, bow, banana now. Banana now, 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 now. Banana now, bow, bow, banana now. Oh, yeah. I have no potatoes. No potatoes today. I have no potatoes. But that doesn't mean I won't say that I've got all the starch I need. Thinking in my head, Sam, I am the Sam. I am Sam. Hi to the fam. A fox tato, please. Sam and the fox and red beans. And I won't dox. I'm just gonna fade this out a little bit. And then find a nice tato brown. More brown. Lighter. Let's leave it like that. Couple potato eyes here and there. Why trash Earth indeed? Why trash Earth? Fear Angel, Fear Angel. Oh, I don't know the Earth Angel song enough to convert it to Fear Angel. I only know the words Earth and Angel. Ship bro man, traveling on the way home after Halloween through the mountains. Have a great stream, ship bro man. Let's try another song, try another beat. Hope it's not too slow and it helps you move your feet. Maybe it's too fast and maybe it's too slow, but I hope it doesn't repeat the way you know. Let's hear it on stream together. Hear it, can hear Earth Angel while... Ah, damn it. I thought I could turn that into something. Audio provided by Audio Ways. Earth Angel, you're the Earth Angel. Don't forget, this is only a sample. Please purchase the full audio license from Audio Ways. The ways to audio. Alright, let's go with that. Go to another layer for safety. Just gonna use the line tool. And 4. Let's go 5. 5. Alright, how did this go? Let's make that semi-invisible. Actually, yeah, let's do it this way. Let's hear it on the stream. Let's hear it for the stream. One streaming it together. Boom, bing, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Let's go with 6. Instead of deck the halls, let's use deck the taters, says the derpy tater. That's a good idea. Don't save it for later. Oh, I wish it would just go to different songs. I hated this. Deck the halls with derpy taters. Get them mashed or baked for laters. You, and you. Cut. Paste you behind, make you a little darker, but this part a little lighter. A little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. A little fun. Just select the color. Some days. Oh, I really wanted to. I specifically was trying to make it so I would hit the Halloween stream last week. I just couldn't do it. I just had other things where I'm like, I just don't have the energy, and I'm gonna have other things to do. But to have it still within Halloween times, then we could have had a tater mash. Oh, it was a dinner time smash, the tater mash. Those taters mashed and thrashed. We had some butter and some... How does the monster mash go? I was working in the kitchen late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. It was my potatoes weren't solid as... and such they were mashed all up. Like mashy mush, it was a mash. It was a tater mash, it was a mash. It was a dinner time smash. The family was sleepy with the tryptophan crash. There was a mash. It was a tater mash. Stovetop stuffing was gone in a flash. What am I doing? What am I thinking? Well, actually, let's make you. Oops. Foxotic was doing all the song over here. One kid was allergic and got a full body rash. Critics said I don't mean to be a brash, but this potato tastes like trash. It was a mash. It was a tater mash. I don't want to clutter it too much. Yo, Malachi reacts. When Streamlabs did it, though, was good. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what we're talking about. I kind of want to put an outline around this, but not really. At least around the potato. You're on the same layer. There we go. Undo. Group. Copy. Paste in place. Boop. Maybe a little thicker, a little less dark. There, we got a Christmas potato. Sam Jam. Now I'm just enjoying this song. So anyway, it's 20 minutes to the end of the day. I do still have some other things to do outside of this stream. And my back hurts because I'm old. Ugh. But one thing that I realized, I have not had a drink of water this whole stream. This has quickly become the potato stream. All potatoes, all the time. Everything's good. No potato crime. The gray of my beard would disappear. Would disagree, because it doesn't disappear. Anyway, for today's stream, we got a derpy potato for Christmas. Alright, just music, just stop. Just stop. We got a puppy doing exercises. And we got a art shark. And that's pretty good, I think, for an afternoon. Sometime next week, well, Eric's away, so maybe I'll send these out. And I'll just, oh my god, I moved the camera. I'll just reply to them to, wherever you requested them. Well, all of them were on Twitter today. But, you know, maybe next week we'll have some more Blue Sky stuff. And what are you looking at me like that, Kevin? Why? I know you're just looking away. You're so mean sometimes. You're so mean sometimes with I'm just existing, looking at you. You're mostly doing your own voice. More diaphragm. There you go. Diaphragm. Push those words out, Sarah. And then solve the maze, the labyrinth and whatnot. Well, I mentioned it hours ago. You've left Toby to suffer. He's going to be turned into a goblin king. Is that what you want? That is not. That's a whole different. Oh man. Sometimes you forget you're thirsty and dying of thirst. It happens. But yeah, I'll try to be back again next Friday. Keep an eye out. Other people do take over the channel every once in a while. Eric, who runs the social media for Streamlabs, he does a stream where he does actually answer all of your streaming-related questions, and has just an infinite library, an infinite just head filled with streaming knowledge and whatnot. And I don't. And it's my own fault because I don't listen. I got drawings to do. But anyway, yeah, same time next week maybe, or some other Friday. I genuinely try to do this every Friday. And I think that's all I have to say. Collectibles, if you want more, if you are an Ultra subscriber and or you're looking for a reason to join Ultra, there's all kinds of stuff. But if you want stuff by me, I just made a whole library of stuff called Collectibles, and I'll be making more, and other people will make some stuff as well, so you won't be all stuck with my collectible style, because again, I don't know what my style is, but if you go to, your dashboard and just search Collectibles, I forget how to actually find this, and then you'll see all the collectibles. Some of them are free anyway. So there's still stuff for free and animated versions that you have to be an Ultra subscriber and or pay. Again, the meetings happen and I'm usually still working while the meetings are happening. But yeah, I try every Friday from, we'll have to look at the post to see what it is in your time zone, or just normal time zone, at 10 a.m. Pacific time and 1 p.m. Eastern time. Is when I usually do it on Fridays, and just if you follow on Blue Sky and or Twitter, Eric puts out a post usually about an hour or so before the stream, and then you can get in your requests. And pretty much, if yours is the first one there, odds are I'll do that one if I haven't already done 1,000 things for you already. And if everybody else doesn't do stuff and I've done 1,000 things for you before, then I'll do 1,001. But once again, thank you everyone for hanging out and spending the time listening to me and my poor vocabulary of rhyme. Genuinely, I always say this, really appreciate the fact that you guys are so nice in the chat. Like it says there's 1,000 people watching, which is ridiculous to me. When I would do my own stream, I would max out at like 8, if not 2. But those were like my actual, just genuine friends that I know, so they're not going to be in the chat just being mean or, saying hate crimes. And it's just always so nice that everybody is so encouraging and fun, helping make rhymes and songs and having good conversation. If I was to give any streaming advice out there, the most important thing is you're building a community. For a narcissist like me who's all about like, hey, look at me, let's talk about me, here's what I did this week. But being able to actually engage with your community as it grows and have them, synergize with each other and, actually answering people when they comment on your stuff in the social medias where I'm usually like, and then walk away because I'm an old monstery hermit. But for the most part, stuff like this is great. I do try to be connected to the world on a certain level. So again, I haven't done my own stream in a long time. Once I started doing this, I'm like, this is all I can handle. I can't do a bunch. But I usually try to post something on YouTube every once in a while and or my Instagram. But anything for me is all at Mr. Cartoons. Excuse me. It's like Curtis. Portmanteaued, together with cartoons. Basically just, replacing an A with a U. And that's it. That's it. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I deleted them. All my old streams are still up on YouTube. If you do want to see what it was like, it was mostly just me and Milo fighting and other imaginary characters while I would draw pictures or draw comic strips of Milo. Hey, you haven't animated me, and look at me, I'm right here, I'm already animated. You barely have to do anything with me. You just pretty much just load me up into a file and just do some lip sync. I mean, come on now, this is getting insane. You haven't done a comic strip about me in a million years. I'm gonna go on strike against you not doing stuff, and then we'll see what's what. You can't go on. You can't go on strike against not doing stuff. Anyway, see you guys next week. As always, thank you so much. Have a great stream and be this nice in everybody else's chats. And, the world will be a better place. That's what I know. 599 followers. That's how many followers that you have to say. I don't know what we're talking about. Anyway, have a great day, everybody, and a good weekend. I'm going to hit the ending stream scene. Oh, God. My back is so hurting me so much. I feel so old. Have a good day, everybody. Have a great day. Have a fantastic night and a wonderful Saturday and a splendid Sunday. And then carry on that attitude and or good fortune into the weeks to follow. You're doing that thing where you just keep talking again instead of, hitting the end stream button. All right, Kevin. All right. I know that I'm doing, but you're still doing it now. You're just talking to yourself.